Greetings, this is Devane and I am doing Let's Play Avernum. If you remember from the last episode, we were currently exploring Fort Duvno. This is a kind of frontier fort in Avernum that apparently is plagued by bandits and Nephilim, which are a cat-like race. So let's have a look, see what we can do about that, because we've been promised some rich rewards if we can help. So let's see what's being offered here. You read the sign. Warner the Sage, no question too trivial. Okay, let's go talk to Warner the Sage. The man behind the counter is short and heavy set. He wears mage's robes, not crisp and clean, but ratty, as if he'd been travelling recently. So, what sort of profession requires so much travelling? Well, I try to be a sage, but lately I've been seeing a lot of action. He looks down at his robes apologetically. Sounds exciting. What sort of action were you in? Captain Johnson enlisted me to help out against the foe. I was on a raid against the bandit fort up the hill to the west. It was a mess, but we fared much better than the group that attacked the Nephilim to the north. None of them returned. He looks at you hopefully. You know we can always use more help. What can a sage do? Well, my speciality is item lore. I can identify your items if you like, but I've also come across some interesting alchemy information. I know some valuable and simple recipes. I want to learn some alchemy. And we'll come here and we've got the recipe for the hasting potion and the energy potion that we can pick up. Now if we go for if we look up potions, we'll see we already have healing and we already have curing. Hasting, we have the potion making ability but not the recipe, and that doubles our speed when we use that one. The energy we need potion level 3, which is fine, and it increases our spell energy. So they might be worth picking up at this point. Obviously we're going to need more gold if we're going to do that. So, but for now, you know. Okay. And that's done. Let's see if Warner's got anything exciting on him. So looking at the desk, he's got some lockpicks. In the shelves, he's got nothing. I mean, it would get a bit tedious if I'm calling out all of the keys that I'm using, especially since the mouse apparently isn't being recorded, which is always fun. But yeah, never mind. We'll carry on playing anyway. You can see me read most of the stuff out that's important anyway. You read the sign. This sign simply depicts a drawn bow. So I'm guessing it's a cat. Sarcastic. Okay, let's talk to, who's this? JR. A tall, slender woman sits behind the counter, working on fletching an arrow. Years in the underworld have made her skin white to the point of translucence. What kinds of missiles do you make here? I make and sell archery supplies and javelins. Let me know if you want to purchase something. My stock is kind of low. Most everything I make has been going to the soldiers. This seems like a very violent area. It is. Sometimes I wish that my business was a bit less good. Okay. We've got some there, but we've got other. Not really going to buy because Melissa's currently using thrown weapons, and well, if there's a lot of archers around, we may actually pick up a bow as we're fighting and exploring. So, unless it's super tough, which it isn't, because I tend to play these games on easy so that I don't have to be so tactically cunning and can get through them faster. Then, because I'm more of a story-orientated person than an action-orientated one, it should be alright. I mean, I know some people might say I'm missing out, but if I'm missing out bits because of the story is shut down because it is a difficulty, then I will probably replay it on higher difficulty levels. But there's not a lot of games that actually do that, so sometimes it's just easy going with that first playthrough and just leaving it at that. Let's look at this sign. It says, you read the sign, Jason's farming supplies. Loving the quotes there. So let's talk to Jason. A tall, peculiar looking man dressed in leather sits by the counter. He has long hair and a broad smile. Why is farming in quotes on your sign? Well, I used to sell farming supplies when there were farms. Then I diversified. When there were farms, what do you mean by that? There are a lot of brigands in these parts. Not good, respectable thieves. Savages. I have been attacking the farms. There's one band of them in particular that I would like to see dealt with. Perhaps I could help you deal with them? Perhaps you could at that. Go straight north towards Famella, and you may meet a group of bandits which has been extorting money from merchants passing by. Deal with them and I will pay you handsomely. I haven't run into the bandits you told us about. Well, if you do, feel free to kill them. Then come back here and talk to me. They tend to lurk on the road between here and Formella. So, diversified into what? Into supplies of a more esoteric nature. Esoteric is a bit vague. Can you be more specific? No, he thinks. If you want to do some trading, I'll show you what I have. Otherwise, please leave. Alright, I'd like to buy some trading supplies, some farming supplies. And here we can see various bits. But most importantly, we can buy lockpicks. We want those. That's what we've been saving our money for. Go, just to show you what they do. Having this item helps you pick locks. Okay, so we're done. Not going to do much for now, but it does mean that we can start looking. That's in the chest. So we've not found a set of lockpicks. There's some gold coins. He obviously makes a lot of money with his farming supplies. A and B. So the old man mentioned, I like to kind of fill in the automap as much as possible. So we'll do that, but let's have some fun. First, let's go in and see. Well, we can use these. Let's see. Pick that lock. No, failed. Let's try that again. You find the body of a Nephil warrior. It apparently died of starvation, although the heavy flogging it received couldn't have helped it stay alive. Let's have a look and see what we've got. There's nothing on the body. Well, we know the body's dead. Let's have some fun and look. Talking to the Nephil prisoner. Well done, but we've let him out. Ain't gonna do us anything, but he'll have fun eventually wandering around it, cause a bit of a nuisance. Is anyone gonna notice it with us? Do they care? Not really. Come in here, let's have a look in here. All that for basically a pair of pants and a steel dagger. Not worth it, but good practice, I guess. Because that's pretty much what we're doing here. Practice, exploration, you know, filling in the map and being a nuisance. Because you've got to have some fun in these games. Now, we look here, we've got Carol, healer. Thank you. You see a tall, attractive woman with short, dark hair. She studies you carefully as you approach, clinically searching your bodies for any sort of damage. What services do you provide? I heal the soldiers of this rather put-on fort as best I can. It's a difficult but necessary job. Put upon? What do you mean? Between the bandit raids and the Nephilim, there is no end to the wounds I must tend to. We're always looking for help against them. You can find out more from Captain Johnson. Where is Commander Johnson? He's in the central barracks. He's a harsh and cold man, but a skilled commander. He scares us all, but he keeps us alive. If you want to help us in our struggle, he is the man to talk to. Okay, let's purchase healing. Not that I need anything, because it tends to show you who needs to be healed there if you need it. Mortar and pestle. Go on, we'll have that. There's a healing potion, but we don't want that. And we will look here. Here are, well, healing herbs. Now we'll have these. Because I can show you, I'll show you quickly how healing works. How we make potions. We will go to Mycroft, who's got 2 healing herbs. If we go to usability, you'll see there's a make a potion ability. This is the first one. On that, it tells us we've got our 2 recipes and what it does. One is a healing potion, the other is healing herbs. Well, we always need healing potions. So let's use one. It's successful and we've got a healing potion. So yeah, that'll do. We could make a curing potion, but quite often it's probably best to wait until you need it. I just wanted to show you that. I think there is a chance of failing, which means you waste, and I'm not, although I would probably save and reload if that was the case, I don't think I'm going to actually bother this one. This is a, unless of course something horrible happens like I die, because I've not really been saving before I do stuff. So maybe I might do it after combats and stuff like that, you know, quick saves and whatever, but you know, other than that, because there's nothing more annoying than repeating lots through tough sections. Too far away from this sign, which is, you read the sign. Adventurers needed. Reply at the castle. Pay. They seem to really want to get us to that castle. But we're not really at the point where we'd be able to do anything there, to be honest. This is Duvno Inn. Look here, what we've got. Let's talk to A. Don't want to talk to. Let's go in the robes. B. Caius. You see a small, worried man in traveller's clothes. A holy symbol hangs prominently from his neck. Greetings, sir. May I ask why you wear that holy symbol? I bring the word to the flock. I once did so in Formello, but now I am moving to safer ground. Where did you leave Formello? I was an assistant priest there, but the raids got too much for me. I worked for Mother Claudette, a good fine woman. Plus, she had the ear of the mayor. If you're ever there, mention my name to her. She'll help you get settled. As for me, I'm off. What can you tell us about Fort Duvno? It's a city to the north. They've had trouble, though not as bad as down here. The worst thing that's happened so far is some Nephilim spies stole the mayor's necklace, he laughs. Sounds trivial, I know, but it's supposed to have powerful magic. Still, the attacks were starting to increase. I'm glad that I left. Where are you going? I'm going to the Great Cave, where things are calmer. He looks worried for a moment. Or so I hear. The Great Cave? Where is that? You really don't know much about Avernum, do you? It's far to the south and then west. It's the largest cavern in Avernum. It contains a number of cities and forts, and the castle, the capital of Avernum. You should try to see it if you ever get the chance. Right, have a nice day. Sorry about that, a bit throaty. I think I might have mentioned this before. Their girlfriend has been off with a throat infection, and it appears I might have picked it up. So, but carry on as we must. I mean, I don't think you can get viruses through YouTube, so it don't matter. Okay, this is Alice. Behind the counter, you see a blonde woman with medium build. She is busy to the point of frenzy. Excuse me, can I get some service? 1 second. I sell food, drink, and a room for the night. Drink is 2, room is 5. Please let me know which you want. I'd like some food. And obviously we've got the nice range of stuff to buy. Food is important because if you're outside in the wilderness, you can't rest unless you've got food. That's the whole point of it. So basically it's a fun way of saying rations. She has... No, that's not worth anything. Might take the flagon for now. It's done. I don't think there's anything there. Same game. Should probably start being a bit more selective now. Let's look through here. We've got... Oh, there's a healing potion in there. Could have that if we really wanted to. Looks like it's the storeroom with a jug of wine. A, some trash. B, dried meats. And C, which is some mushrooms. So, and that is Fort Duvno. Come out here, we're pretty much done. Look, it's in over here. So what we will do, we're ready. Now we've got our lockpicks. There's a couple of places in Silvar that's worth going, and a couple of places in Fort Avernum that's worth going to. So I think we'll have a quick look at those after exploring the outside of Fort Duvno quickly. Just to appease my map, there's some trash there. That takes us back out. And, well, it's not going to hurt. Go down here. Let's do Avernum first. There's not really much going on. Look at this quickly. I mean, now we've got our lockpicks, we're pretty much getting to the second point now. Now we know there are a couple of rooms, places down here that's worth seeing if we could get into. is we've got a candle, so we'll take the candle. Let's look at this. We've got a dress, robe, needle, thread in there. There is a spellbook chained to this pedestal. The name of the owner is carefully inscribed on the spine. Files Knowledge Compendium. It's very impolite to look at a major spellbook, but if you took a peek inside this one, it probably wouldn't hurt. Unless, of course, it was trapped. Read the book and hope it's not trapped. Most of the contents are very basic, no help to you. There is, however, a description of a powerful ancient holy rite. It's rather out of place in the book. Very interesting reading though. Okay, you find a scroll which explains how to cast the spell Smite. You concentrate and try to memorise it. The group's total rune reading skill needs to be at least 30, so we're not able to understand it. Now, this is just one of the examples of how you find the third level spells. You can't buy them anywhere. You can buy the first and second level spells in certain places. I think you can start picking up those sort of spells at Formello, for example, which is the next town along that we'll probably go to. But it keeps getting mentioned, and it is actually quite a big town, as opposed to these 3 towns here, which mainly make up one settlement. So we're looking to improve our rune reading skill, which currently has, well, Philip doesn't have any. We've got 7 from Rosala and 7 from Mycroft, so that's a total party skill of 14. It's worth looking at. Again, what's in here? Let's have a look. We have scroll of bolt fire if we wanted to steal it, and some silver coins stuff. Don't really want to, but it's worth just doing. We're just having a look. Now if you're looking, we've actually got 3 lockpicks. So we'll try and see if we can do it there. No, it failed and one of our lockpicks has broken, so we won't be doing that. I mean, after all, they did cost quite a full bit. I could reload, well, I could, except I hadn't saved it. This one. See what we got in here. This is a storeroom where the surface goods of the Empire occasionally sends down through the portal are stored before they're distributed throughout Avernum. Understandably, goods from the surface are very valuable down here. So let's see what we can grab. We have first aid kit. Fine first aid kit, in fact, we'll give that to Rosala. Jug of wine. I'll make fine treasure there. And then 2 bits of metal, which is a bar of lead and 2 bars of lead. But, you know, it's not going to hurt. That's failed. We could try it again, see if we could. Don't want to break the lock, but we'll see. Yep, let's see what we've got in here. There's a historical scroll in there if I wanted. See what it is. A couple of furs. That's core studied armor. C. Yeah. Always worth looking if you can. Ultimately, even if you start a fight, you'll get experience for it. It's a fairly easy game. I mean, it's not the breaking and entering that causes the problems in this one. It's the actual stealing of stuff. So as long as you remember that, you'll be fine. Now, if we go, as we know, the file over here had something that we want to look at. Not much in there, but let's just see what he's got. Nothing. He's got some mushrooms. I mean, I know that was not that exciting, but it did help fill out the map, and we've only got one area, and we did quite kind of get some profit out of it, I guess. We got what did we get in here? A healing kit and yeah, a jug, I think it was. So I don't think there's any drugs in there. Could have a quick check while we're here. What's that? Oh, a bag of sugar. It's got to be worth something, isn't it? We'll take that as well. I just want to check that we've got the meal, whatever. So now, having robbed Avernum blind, we'll make a quick walk down here. Let's see, got to buy armor and maybe sell something? Of course we would. Let's sell that. That's bag of sugar or jug of wine. Let's sell them. Okay. Bag of sugar is 150. I'm gonna sell the dice as well. It's not worth it, to be honest. It's not worth carrying them around. That's an idiotic thing to do. Well, we'll switch to the auto map and let's go and have a look. I mean, we've got some nice we have a red tunic. Let's if we look, even the clubs do better than that, so we don't want that. I mean, there's not really much point in selling it. But for the case of actually let's have a look at, if you remember those Grubers, this was oh, okay. Go in here, what have we got? Seems like we've not got much in there. But then if you notice on the actual map, there seems to be a gap between here and Krantz Boat Works, which brings secret door somewhere. So let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, found it. There's something there. This concealed passage hasn't been visited in a long time. A thick layer of dust covers it. Okay. Now here's where we go with funness. You have just found a trap. Do you attempt to disarm it or do you back away? Let's try and disarm the trap. When we're done, look at this, what we got. Mycroft has found a wand of bolt. So in there it was basically a magic wand. But it's still better than nothing. As we come up to 13 minutes. One last mystery in Silvar. That of, well, what's going out in the garden. We pick the lock and we're now out in the garden. Now, we know there's something back there. We don't know how to get to it. There's a body there somewhere. we go. Found it. We come up here. You see shapes ahead, lurking in the ever-present shadows. You try to back away unnoticed, but they smell you. They're Nephilim spies. The Nephilim were a common pest on the surface until the Empire started to work them out. Most of them were killed, but some were dumped into Avernum. Now they're your problem. And it's time to fight. Fire at... Ow. Because we got beaten up. Okay. Cast a priest spell. Smite. Cast healing. Healing's always good. And we'll cast a mage spell. I like hasting. Okay, we got well. I mean, you can see our action points there. Use keyboards. Let's do another healing spell. Let's see what we got for a mage spell. Bolt of fire. Slow them down. Bind foe. Cool beast. Haste. No, let's do a bolt of fire. Now, it's just over. We're just going to finish this combat. I like doing shielding. I mean, the good thing with priest is always to kind of use some buffs. Whereas the mage is more your artillerist. So we will... This and Battle Rage. Cursed. We've got our icons up here. Melissa's been slowed. So we might kind of counter that with a haste of our own. So got no missiles ready. So we used all our dragons. So we're back to using rocks. Could buy some more javelins, but let's go with a smite, repel spirit, fury. Let's go with a smite. There we go. That should bring it down. They're all done. They're all dead. Let's end the combat. And go pick up our goodies. Of course, what we've got in here. Steel arrows. Birch, birch, birch. Shirt and some pants. It's done. So, well, we want you pick up the silver coins. I mean, this is our first real combat. So we've got bronze longsword, iron longsword. Always handy. Cloak, got boots, small steel shield, small iron steel. But we've got a wooden large shield, so I won't bother with that. Let's go here. What we've got here: stone short sword, bronze long sword. Yeah, an iron javelin. So that. You've got a wooden buckler. I haven't got a cloak. Small. Come down here, we have what? Stone short sword, blonde short sword, cloak, Come down here, let's see if we can do the boots. Iron dagger rather than stone dagger, even if we wanted to, because you've got stone short sword. That's done, so we've done that. Now what we need to do is check that you can still cast your mage spells. Yes, you can. So it's been just over, well, we're not going to 35 minutes. We've beat up some spies fairly quickly. Got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go talk to Carol again. Finish this off. Okay. Talking to Carol. You killed some Nephilim hiding behind your store. Oh, thank you. I will be much less worried now, I think. But then, there were some Nephilim back there before. There could be more later, couldn't there? Oh dear, I'm more worried than ever now. She shakes her head. Okay. So we did that. Solved the problem. Got behind. Let's come over to here. Anastasia and sell our stuff. It's not a great deal, but it'll do. So, and we've got 90 gold now, so we can start looking to see if we want to pick stuff up. But as you notice, I mean, at the early point, we started picking up a lot of gear, and we got quite a bit of gear from that thing. So most of what we had here, like the wooden shield, for example, we already picked up some iron small shields. So we don't really need to buy it. Probably pick up another coat. We've already got boots. So it's really a question of whether we do or don't. Now what we'll do is we're down to, well, we're at full health. We're not full hit points yet, but we are in Silvar. We can have a bit of a explore when we get outside. So what I'll do is I'll save it here, and then we will continue and head up back to Duvno and prepare ourselves for more adventuring. Until next time, this has been Devane playing Let's Play Avernum. As always, if you like what you see here and whatever, feel free to like, subscribe and whatever. Yeah, and thanks for listening to me waffling. Goodbye.